This is the largest mosque in America, in the heart of Dearborn, Detroit. It's called the Islamic Center of America. And for the thousands of people who worship here, it's a place of prayer, visited up to 5 times a day. How many people come usually, say?
I don't know.
Like at prayer time, like 1,000 or 100 or?
Over 1,000.
Over 1,000?
Yeah, on a Friday prayer.
I'm allowed inside this massive facility as long as I abide by certain preconditions. I have to cover my head as laid down by Sharia law. I have to stay with my guide. I must be accompanied by him and I'm not allowed out of his company. And thirdly, I'm not allowed to document anything I see here. I'm not allowed to take evidence of what I observe.
This mosque was built in 2005 because by Imam Shiri was the original Imam who started
Imam
the mosque.
Shiri.
So this is the history of you can say the way how the mosque started. This is Imam Shiri, this is Muhammad Ali Clay. This is Imam Shiri.
Is that Muhammad Ali?
Yeah, that's Muhammad Ali. Jesse Jackson, and you see the President Carter.
This mosque is a sprawling facility and can accommodate 3,000 people when full. Its minarets are nearly 10 stories tall and it's been visited by some very powerful political players and celebrities.
You have a lot of other presidents.
What other presidents have we got? You might have to help me. Just signed picture from George Bush, and that's the Iraqi president.
Where?
I'm just visiting with Iraqi president in 1961.
And you see that one over there?
Yes.
Is Jamal Abdel Nasser. Is the president of Egypt, you remember?
This mosque is a gigantic, expensive foothold in America for the moderate Muslims that we always hear about. It's a place for people to stop by, to pray, to give speeches, and to preach to a wide congregation of people right here in Dearborn, Detroit. But even this moderate version of Islam still has remarkably backward attitudes when it comes to women. My host reveals that I would be required to be at the back of the room lest men were overcome with sexual urges with me in front of them during prayer.
But you see now you have to face east.
East?
When you're praying. And then men in the front, women in the back.
Yeah.
And
Why is that?
because
What would happen if I snuck to the front?
no, you can't go to the front because I think you should start why a woman should wear a scarf. A woman is more than a diamond. She's value, very valuable, to the extent that in life, the eye sometimes goes different ways and different thoughts. So if a woman is in front of me and I'm praying, without me intending, my concentration will be on her. So my focus will not be right.
Got it.
Also because when she go down and everything, there's a lot of postures that will not be
Appropriate
for her.
This is the kind of sentiment that reminds me exactly why I'm here and what I'm fighting for an open society where women are treated as equals. In Islam, all women are sexual objects forced to drape themselves in cloth to stop men from thinking proscribed thoughts. It's a chilling echo of Sharia, where women are punished by death for exposing themselves to men. And it helps explain why in certain Muslim-controlled areas of Paris and London and Sweden, Western women are spat at or called white trash for not covering themselves. It seems like these thoughts that are taught in the mosque spill over onto our streets, despite us having Western laws in place to protect us. And that's what worries me about places like this, the Islamic Center of America. It is a kind of friendly, tolerant Islam, stripped of the barbarism of the Islamic extremists, and yet the underlying beliefs are taught and still there. And I think it helps explain much of the rise of things like honour killings and female genital mutilation, which we've seen occurring in places like Michigan. Abdul El Sayed practices this kind of Islam, as do political pushers like Keith Ellison or Reza Aslan. They tell you there's nothing to fear. But I worry this is just the tip of the iceberg. And if you ask me what this means for the future of America, I'm terrified. I'm being sued by the mayor of Molenbeek for defaming the reputation of her town, which is also called the jihadi capital of Europe. If you can help me with my legal defence fund to fight back for the freedom to speak out against people like her who aren't doing their jobs, then do join us at savehopkins.com and give what you can.